Once you're ready, we'll start in child's pose today. So once you're in your child's pose, big toes together, knees wide, forehead down. And just take a few deep breaths here, settling into that first child's pose, seeing how your body feels this morning, pressing your hips back towards your heels as you reach your arms away. And then you start to connect your Ujjayi Pranayama, breathing in and out through the nose, slightly constricting the back of your throat so you can hear the sound of your breath. And make your inhales, exhales even longer so you can use that throughout the practice. Walk your hands to the right side of the mat, placing the left hand on top of the right. And then take it the other way. Walk it to the left side, right hand on top of the left. Now let's bring it to center and come up to our hands and knees to a tabletop position. Inhale, drop the belly, arch your back and gaze up for cow. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin in and round your back for cat. Inhale as you arch, warming up the spine. Exhale as you round. One more time. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. After your last one, find a neutral spine in the middle. Peel your right arm up, open the chest, and thread the needle. Thread that right arm through, put your head down, walk your left hand forward. Maybe crawl it a little bit to the right, start to open up your shoulders. Reset back to your tabletop, and then we'll switch sides. Peeling the left arm up, thread it through, walk your right hand forward, and maybe a little to the left. Bring everything back to center, come back to tabletop. Opposite arm and leg, right arm stretches forward and you reach that left leg back, using your core, finding that balance. And then as you exhale, bring your knee to elbow. Inhale to extend it out and reach. Good, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. One more time, knee to elbow. And then extend it out, and you can hold it here, or you can go for a little back bend, bend the leg, grab your foot, and kick it back away from you. Good, stretch it back out, place it down, and then switch sides. Left arm forward, right leg back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. One more time, pull it in, knee to elbow, and then you can extend it out and hold it, or bend your leg, grab your foot, and kick it back. Stretch it out, place it down, and when you're ready, we will move up into our first downward facing dog. So plant your hands shoulder width distance, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up. And your feet should be about hips width distance. Bend one leg at a time, stretching out your calves, your hamstrings, maybe bending one elbow at a time, and little movements that feel good in that first down dog. Working those shoulders away from the ears, working the heels a little closer to the ground as you push your chest back. Then take a couple steps to walk your feet to the front for ragdoll. Feet stay hips width. Bend your knees a lot, grab opposite elbows and let yourself hang here. Maybe shake your head yes, no, relax your neck. You can sway a little bit side to side, shifting the body weight from the right foot to the left foot. Or you can also sway a little forward and back, anything that feels good to you. Release your arms, roll yourself up to stand. When you get to the top, lift your arms all the way up and take your right hand, grab your left wrist and pull it to the right for a side body stretch from standing. Good, then switch. Take your left hand, grab your right wrist and pull it to the left. Bring it to center. Interlace your fingers behind your lower back or hold on to a strap or a towel here. Inhale, look up to open your chest. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward with the hands interlaced. And keep a slight bend to your knees. We're still loosening everything up here. Releasing the clasp of your hands, bring them to the floor. Inhale to lengthen your spine to a flat back. And as you exhale, we'll step back for our first chaturanga. So you can do it from the toes or you can drop your knees down, right? Hug the elbows in, either lower halfway or all the way. Flipping over your feet. Inhale, either for cobra, for that smaller back bend, or you can be all the way up in your upward facing dog. And then you lower down. And when you're ready, push right back up to your down dog. Lift your right leg up and step it forward to a low lunge. Drop your back knee down, untuck the toes. Your right knee's over your ankle and start with the hands on the thigh. Now sink into that left hip flexor. Sink into that lunge, stretching here the front of left hip flexor. And we're going to take that same interlace of the hands behind your lower back or behind your hips here. Slide them down the hamstring as you look up and add a little back bend. So lifting the chest up, but not backing out of the lunge, still pushing that left hip forward. And release the clasp of the hands and bring your hands to the floor or to the blocks. Half split, straightening your right leg, flexing your right foot, and bowing over that right leg. Okay, let's rebend the leg just to get your hands to the floor and step back to down dog. And switching sides, lift the left leg up, step it forward to a low lunge, dropping the back knee down. Start with your hands on the left side. Sink down into that right hip flexor. Then from here, try to interlace the awkward way with that other thumb on top. So it might feel just a little different. Slide the hands down the back of the leg. Lift your chest up, lift your gaze up. Releasing the clasp of the hands back to the floor or blocks for half splits. Straightening the left leg, flexing the left foot, and folding over that left leg. Rebend it, get your hands back down to the ground, step back to down dog to reset. Look forward, step or hop, both feet to the front, feet coming together. Inhale, lengthening your spine to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Use the flat back. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands come to heart center, Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a deep breath. Now we're going to work through our sun salutation A, Surya Namaskara A 3 times. Remember, you can do it on the knees, the modified version with me, or you can do the full version on your toes. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, step back to chaturanga, low push up from the toes or from the knees. Then you inhale for your back bend, either up dog or cobra. Then exhale back to downward facing dog. Looking forward, you can add the step or the hop to the front, feet together. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And every time you get to the top, you just take a deep breath to reset. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, hop or step to your chaturanga, your low push up. Inhale to your back bend, up dog or cobra. Exhale to your down dog. Look towards your hands, lightly hop or step to the front. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One last time, sun A. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, hop or step through your chaturanga. Low push-up, elbows hug in. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, we meet in downward facing dog. Look forward, hop or step back to the front. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now, Surya Namaskar B, Sun B, we're only gonna do one time because it's much longer, right? We add in our chair pose and our warrior one. So from mountain, lift your arms up, bend your knees, Utkatasana chair pose. Knees, feet together, sitting your hips back. Exhale, Uttanasana forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, hop or step. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now from your down dog, lift the right leg up. Step it forward between your hands, warrior one. Virabhadrasana A. Back heel is flat on the ground. Arms are straight up to the ceiling. We're trying to square our hip bones to the front and bend into that front leg. Exhale the hands to the ground, step back. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg up for the other side, step it forward. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana A. Back heel spins flat, grounding down through that foot, arms up, hips square and lunging into that front leg. Exhale the hands to the floor, step your way back to chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. And then it always starts and ends with our chair. So we look forward, step or hop to the front, feet together. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And exhale, press up to stand, hands to heart center. Very nice. Take a deep breath, reset in your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, swan dive back down. Separate your feet, hips width. Padangusthasana, peace fingers, hook onto your big toes. Straighten the legs if you can, but if you can't reach your big toes, bend your knees so you can get a hold of the toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold, elbows out to the side, relax your head and neck, and get that nice stretch into the backs of your legs. Releasing the toes, let's open up the feet a little wider for Malasana prayer squat. Turning your toes out. Remember, you always have that option if you need to sit on your block. You can sit on a block here to help you out. You can also try feet wider if you're having a hard time getting your heels on the ground. You're using those elbows to press the inner thighs apart, press your chest forward, lengthen your spine. Now from here, we're gonna add a couple options. So you can stay here or slide your right shoulder inside the right knee, put your right hand down and peel the left arm up. Or maybe wrap your left arm behind your back for a half bind. If that feels okay, you can try to take this right hand, flip the palm back, go around the outside of your hip here and clasp with your left hand for the full bind around your outside of your shin. Yes, like that, Eva. Yeah. Good. Back to center. Let's try the other side. So first, you slide your left shoulder inside that left knee and peel the arms open. All right, and then if you want to add the bind, right arm behind your back, left arm, you flip that thumb back, you go around the outside of the leg and try to clasp hands now by that left hip. Good, back to center, and then maybe playing with our Bakasana crow pose. Walk your feet in, hands shoulder width, bend your arms a little, make a shelf, put your knees up high on that shelf and lean forward. Remember, at first you can bend those arms a lot to really give yourself a place to set those knees. As you get stronger, right, in your core, then the arms might get straighter and those knees get closer to the armpits and you rely a little less on that shelf and more on your core strength. Good, give it a couple attempts. If you've had enough or you don't feel like trying it today, remember you can also rest in child's pose. We're not going to do a ton of arm balances today, but when you're ready, we'll all meet back in our child's pose to reset. Now let's come up to tabletop and we'll set up for dolphin pose. So you come down to your elbows, grab on just to measure it out to the outside of your triceps. Keep your elbows there and then extend your forearms so that they're parallel. They look like the number 11 and your palms are flat on the ground. The rest is like down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up. Walk your feet in as close as you can to the middle and towards your elbows. All right, keep pushing the floor away with your forearms, building that strength in your shoulders. You can hold here or you can add on floating that right leg up and hold from there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you switch. If you had one leg up, lift the other leg up and keep holding. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down to a child's pose, but this time with your knees all the way together so your arms can come alongside you and you can let those shoulders relax and let them round forward. Now let's come to tabletop for our puppy pose to stretch out our shoulders. So keeping your hips up, walking the hands forward, melting your chin and your chest towards the ground, keeping the hips up. So there's a big arch in your back and you're pushing your chest down. If your chin doesn't reach, you can also put your forehead down instead of your chin. Walk it back in and let's meet back in our downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up, step it forward back to your warrior 1, Virabhadrasana A, just like we did it earlier, right? With the back heel down, hips square. This time we'll add on by interlacing the fingers behind your back. Inhale, look up, open your chest. Exhale, bow forward, humble warrior. Right shoulder can rest right on top of that thigh, or you can come slightly to the inside of it and drop your head. Right, just let your neck relax and let your head hang towards the floor, right on the inside of that foot. Let's carefully come back up to our warrior 1, lifting the arms up. Then open it up to warrior 2, walking your back foot out a little wider and lining up your right heel to your left arch, opening up your hips, Virabhadrasana B. Inhale as you reverse your warrior. Exhale into a modified side angle, right elbow on the thigh. We're going to start with just the half bind for now. So take your left arm, put it behind your back. It might rest on the lower back, or you might be able to take this left hand and like wiggle it all the way through to this inner thigh. And just keep your right elbow on your thigh. Look over the left shoulder towards the ceiling. We'll come into the full bind later. So for now, we're just kind of warming up that shoulder with the half bind. Good. Undo the bind and come back up to your warrior 2. Inhale, reverse again. And exhale, windmill the hands down. Step back, chaturanga, low push up. Any variation. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg up, step it forward. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana A on this side. Pivoting that back heel flat, squaring the hips as you lift your arms up. Now, like we did earlier, try to interlace the awkward way behind your back with that opposite thumb on top from what you just did on the first side. Inhale, look up, open your chest. Exhale, bow forward, humble warrior. Left shoulder on the thigh or to the inside of the thigh. Still grounding down to that back heel as you have that deep bend in your front leg. Come back up to warrior 1. Lift your arms all the way up. Open it up, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana B. Longer stance, heel to arch alignment, hips are open. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, modified side angle, left elbow to the thigh. And then we'll add that half bind, wrapping the right arm behind your back. Again, it can rest in your lower back. You might be able to wiggle it through and grab that hip crease. And if it's okay on the neck, try to gaze up towards the ceiling over that right shoulder. Rolling the right shoulder back, open up your chest. Undo the bind, come back up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands down, step your way back. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, lizard pose, step it outside your right hand and drop your back knee down. Untuck the back toes and then hands, elbows, or blocks come to the inside of that right foot, stretching into that right outer hip. Come up to your hands and then just go straight to down dog. For today, we're just doing that variation. So reset and down dog. And then when you're ready, you'll take it to the other side. Lifting the left leg up, stepping it outside your left hand, dropping that right knee down, untucking the toes, and then hands, elbows, or blocks to the inside of that left foot to stretch into that left hip. Come back up to your hands and again, go straight back to down dog. Lift your right leg up, step it forward, warrior one. Virabhadrasana A, inhale, arms come up. Exhale as you open it up to warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. Now inhale, reverse, and exhale back to side angle. So we're gonna repeat either the half bind with the left arm behind your back that you already did, or maybe from there we take it into the full bind by taking your right arm on the inside, reach it through and try to grab your left hand by your hip. And then you rotate and pull that left shoulder back and try to look up towards the ceiling so that your chest is trying to face the side wall, or for some people, even more up to the ceiling. Now you have to work to pull that left shoulder back. Good, whichever bind you have, the half or the full bind, undo it, come back up. Straighten your front leg. Walk your back foot in an inch or two for our triangle. Shift the hips back, reach forward. Place your right hand on the shin, ankle, or foot. Left arm up to the ceiling, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Lift back up to stand. Adjust your feet to go back to warrior two. Walk that foot out, rebend the front leg. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands down and step your way back. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lifting the left leg up, stepping it forward. Last time, warrior one, Virabhadrasana A on this side. Open it up, warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. Inhale as you reverse, exhale to side angle, half bind, right arm behind the back, or maybe that full bind, reaching the left arm through, clasping the hand, pulling that right shoulder back, rotating open. Undo the half or the full bind and come back up, warrior two. Then setting up for triangle, straighten the front leg, inch your right foot in just like an inch or two, shift the hips back, reach really far forward, and then just lightly place that left hand on the shin, ankle, or foot. Right arm up to the ceiling for Trikonasana, creating length on the sides of your waist. Then lift yourself back up, then readjust to get back to warrior two. Inch the foot out and rebend that front leg. Last warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill your hands down and step back. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, step or hop to the front and roll yourself up to stand. Step to face one of the long edges of your mat. Open up your feet wide, but parallel. And then one more time, we're going to interlace those fingers behind your back. Look up, open the chest, and bow forward. Prasarita Padottanasana, straddle forward fold, starting with the hands interlaced. Release just the clasp of your hands. Walk your hands through your legs now so you can fold deeper, getting that stretch deeper in the backs of the legs. Walk both hands to the left leg, grab your ankle or calf and pull your nose closer to that side. And walk it to the right side, pull your nose closer to the right leg. Back to center, find a flat back, put a soft bend to your knees, hands to hips, slowly come up. Now step to the front. Today we're gonna work on bird of paradise. You may want a strap if you have a strap, but I recommend you start by taking your feet about as wide as your mat. Bend your knees like you're gonna do a squat. So that same bind that we did in side angle, that's what we're gonna do here. The left arm's gonna go around my back. The right arm reaches through the middle and tries to clasp here with the left hand by my right hip. Now, if you have a strap, you can use that. Also, I just find the more you bend your legs, like sitting into that squat, the easier it is to get the hands together. Then once you get there, start by thinking about straightening the legs, looking over your left shoulder to the ceiling. Doesn't have to actually go all the way straight, but it gives you a deep shoulder stretch. This is a great place to stay. If you want to try the full bird of paradise, I would rebend the legs a little, walk your feet closer together, and you're going to try to stand up on the left leg. So you're trying to keep the bind and lift the right leg up, the one that has the bind. And you can keep the flying leg, the right leg bent, or those of you that are really comfortable there or have pretty open hips and hamstrings can extend the leg. So it's a shoulder opener, but also the hamstrings and hips as well with that leg extended. It's a balancing pose, right? It's a pretty advanced balancing pose because we got a lot going on. Just take your time, nice, you guys. Whenever you're done, you'll shake it out and then you'll try the other side. I'm only going to do that side because of my broken toe. I'm not going to try to stand on my right leg, but for you guys, I'll set it up, right? Feet wide, bend the legs, left arm goes through the middle, right arm goes behind the back. So you're trying to bind by your left hip. And maybe you're just holding there, working on straightening the legs, looking over that right shoulder. Maybe you're using a strap here, right? If you want to try the bird of paradise like you did on the other side, inch your feet a little closer together, lean to the right leg, moving nice and slow, maybe standing up. And you might find one side's different. Nice, good, Jacqueline. Good, Yvette, good try, there you go. The balancing is hard. Coming up all the way from the floor to stand is tough, right? You have to kind of keep your leg a little bent to help you lift yourself up. You have to focus your eyes as you're going up. If you want to try it again on either side, you can go for it, or you can hang and ragdoll and let those shoulders relax. Nice, Eva, there you go. Very good. When you guys are ready, roll back up to stand, shake out your arms. Eagle pose, Garudasana. So bend your legs a little like you're going to do a chair, but then take your right foot, cross it over the left. You can either put your toe on the floor to help you balance. Go for a single wrap, or some people can get that foot all the way behind the calf for a double wrap. So squeeze your legs, your inner thighs. And then for the arms, oops, your right arm is going to go under the left, either hugging the shoulder blades or backs of the hands, or maybe getting that double wrap here as well with the palms together. Lifting your elbows up and away from you. So again, it's another balancing pose with a deep shoulder opener as well. You're feeling those shoulder blades pull apart. Then come up, shake it out, and then try your balance on the other side. Bend your legs, left leg crosses over, maybe keeping the toe on the floor, maybe all the way behind that calf. And then the left arm goes on bottom, hugging the shoulder blades or backs of the hands, or again, maybe double wrap with those palms touching. Pushing your elbows away from you to feel those shoulder blades pull apart, focusing your eyes on one point to help you with the balance. Garudasana, eagle. Nice, let's release and shake it out. And if we're not at the top of the mat, we'll meet at the top of the mat in our Tadasana mountain pose, feet together, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale to a flat back. And as you exhale, step to plank. But we're just gonna all meet on the ground. So you're gonna lower yourself down and come to the floor. Two options, right arm can go straight out to the side like a T, but we've been doing a lot of shoulder, chest opening today. If you want to try a little bit deeper, bend your arm like this, like a cactus, making sure your elbow is directly in line with your shoulder. Put your right ear down and push into this left hand so you can roll over. You're laying on the side of the body, stacking the feet, or taking this left foot, putting on the floor behind you like a kickstand. So whether your right arm is straight or bent to that 90-degree angle, everything else is the same. And you should feel a stretch in the shoulder and chest on the right side. And just try to relax your neck and keep your head on the ground. And bring it to center. Let's switch sides. So left arm, either straight out to the side like a T, or bent to that 90-degree angle with the left elbow in line with the shoulder. Left ear down, push into that right hand and roll over, stacking the feet, or taking your right foot on the floor behind you for that kickstand. I'm just seeing how this side feels. Bring everything back to center, setting up for our locust variation, Shalabhasana. Forehead down, airplane your arms, palms face down, squeeze your legs together, and then as a back bend, we lift our chest, our legs, our arms, everything up as high as you can, strengthening your back, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, bring one ear down, let everything relax and reset. Forehead or chin back down. Now, same thing, you can repeat the airplane arms or interlace the fingers together at your lower back and lift everything back up, lifting those hands away from the tailbone. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your other ear down, relax. Now for the next one, reach your arms forward, more like a Superman position. Separate your feet about hips width, and then lift everything back up, trying to get your arms up so that your biceps are in line with your ears, lifting the chest, lifting the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Now, we're going to do one more. You can repeat any of those that we've already done, or you can take it into bow pose, Dhanurasana, bending the legs, knees and feet about hips width, and then you reach around and try to grab for the outside of your ankles. Flexing your feet, and then take a big kick back with your shins and your feet to lift your chest and hold. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. When you release, keep your legs bent and windshield wiper your shins side to side. And press it all the way back to a child's pose, resetting your spine. Meeting back in downward facing dog, just so we can set up for our one leg pigeon. If pigeon bothers your knee, remember you can also lay on your back for a lying down number 4 stretch. If you're coming to pigeon, lift the right leg up, open the hip, bend the leg, and bring that knee forward. Straighten your left leg out, square your hips. You can adjust where you place this shin. Can be closer to you, can be further forward, right? Whatever feels best, as long as you feel a good stretch in the hip and no pain in the knee. Square off your hips and then fold forward over that front leg. Start to walk the hands in and go back to down dog. If you want a vinyasa in between sides, or maybe a 3-legged dog, or some circles, anything that helps you to reset. Eventually, we'll all meet back in our down dog. And when you're ready, switching sides, lifting the left leg up, opening the hip, bend the leg, sweep it forward. If you're on your back, switching sides to that lying down number 4. For pigeon, again, you can keep your foot close to you. You can inch it a little forward if you want. Squaring your hips, finding that spot where you feel the best stretch for you, right? It's gonna be a little different for everybody. We should mostly feel it in the left outer hip, and then you fold over your front leg. Start to walk our hands into our final down dog. If you want one last vinyasa or 3-legged dog or any little movements you did on the first side, even it out. And then just check in when you get to that last down dog, right? Notice if you can get your heels a little closer to the mat than you did at the beginning, or maybe it just feels a little more open from your first down dog. And when you're ready, we'll step to the front and have a seat. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So legs extended out straight, feet flex, sitting up nice and tall. Lift your arms up and fold over your legs. Grabbing wherever you can reach, legs, feet, you can use straps or blocks, whatever you have here, but make sure you keep the feet flexed. You'll get a better stretch throughout the back of your legs. Slowly coming up, rolling yourself all the way down onto your back. Bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. Open your arms out to the side like a T. Cross your right leg over your left, stacking the knees. Move your hips an inch or two to the right. Drop the knees to the left with that right leg crossed on top. So it's a cross-leg version of our spinal twist. If it feels okay on your neck, turn your head, look to the right. Bringing your legs through center, switching the cross of the leg. So now the left leg goes over the right. Move your hips an inch or two to the left and drop your knees to the right, turning your gaze to the left, taking your spinal twist to the opposite side. Let's bring everything back to center. Uncross the legs, wrap your arms around your shins, curling up into a tight little ball. Give yourself a big hug. And then we let everything go as we come into our Shavasana, our final relaxation, extending the legs out long and letting the feet fall open nice and wide. Arms relax alongside you, palms facing up. Take your shoulders, try to shrug them down away from your ears to help keep the neck long. As you close your eyes, clear away any last remaining thoughts. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale all the air out the mouth, letting it go, letting your muscles relax deeper into the floor. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to bring some small movements back into your body. Maybe draw a couple circles with the wrists and ankles, moving them in both directions. Maybe gently moving your head a little bit side to side. Anything that feels good to you. And when you feel ready, reach your arms overhead. Or reach the legs long. Create a nice full body stretch, getting as tall as you can. Keeping the eyes closed, hugging both knees into your chest, rolling over to one side, coming into a fetal position. And using the hands to help press you all the way up to seated, crossing the legs, sitting up tall. Hands come together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. And take a couple last deep breaths here, scanning your body, noticing how it feels today after your yoga practice. Take one more nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale all the air out the mouth, letting it go. Lifting your hands to your forehead, your third eye center, and bowing forward. Namaste.